And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today I am reviewing Homeworld 1 and 2. Yes, this is another, I'm not going to call it a mega game review, but it's a double game review, I should say. And I wasn't planning on originally doing these together, because I thought they'd be different enough, but it's Homeworld 1 and 2. If you want to see my review of Homeworld Deserts of Karak, I think it's called, you go check that one out as well. It might be up. I don't know which one's going to go up first, but I'm doing ones for both. But Homeworld 1 and 2 are drastically, or not drastically, but different enough from Deserts of Karak that I thought that they were separate for their own reviews, but not for each other. So here we go. But this is another set of games on the Jingle Jam bundle from last year through the Yogs cast. If you want to get on it this holiday season, it's like $35. Gets you a bunch of good games, including these two that were on last year's bundle. So if you got the money to do it, I'd recommend doing it. It's a really good thing. Goes to charity. It's a huge thing. So, but anyways, about these games, I got a lot of thoughts on them. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Now, my notes for Homeworld 1 and 2 are very similar. So just know that off the top of my head, I'm going to be mostly talking about Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2 are very much similar. But they're both very much more like strategy games, just like Deserts of Karak is. You have to command your fleets, and then you watch them do the stuff. It's pretty much all you do. And you craft new things, or you can send them to get resources, and then you use the resources, and you got to manage stuff, and all that sort of stuff. It was nice to not need to go through the tutorial again, because I'd known the controls from Deserts of Karak already, and they're very, very similar. And what little differences there were, I was easily able to just get figured out on my own without the tutorial. So there you go. There are some downgrades with these, as to be expected. Homeworld 1 and 2 are obviously the first two in the series. Deserts of Karak came afterwards. So, I believe so, at least. I would think so, at least. I would think. The graphics aren't as good. There's not a lot of cinematics in the cutscenes anymore. You just get a lot of like overarching shots, the scenes that you were creating anyways. So it's not like huge thing as it is in Deserts of Karak, but it still looks good. Like, it's not terrible to look at or watch at all, but it's not perfect by any means. And also, they're just not as like crisp. But again, that's to be expected. Even in the remastered collection, in my opinion. Because these are remastered with like DLC and everything like that. I didn't really explore the DLC that much. But if you played Homeworld and want the DLC, this would be a good route for you to go. So, there you go. Yeah, and then really one big complaint that I had with both the games even was it's hard to figure out where you gotta find stuff to do. It felt because it doesn't take place on Earth, it takes place in space. There's a much larger, vast area that they can use for the battles and everything like that. As such, it's gonna be harder to find stuff, because you're not going to be super, and like some of them are really, really small too. Like these areas are just like this. They think the mothership is like this, right? And then the little thing you gotta find is like this. And seriously, that's not great. Like most times, I had to use the main like outer world map just to figure out where I even was at and like where I needed to go, because I got lost a good amount of times in this game. I never had that problem in Deserts of Karak at all, but in both of these games I had that problem. So, and then for Homeworld 2, everything I said about Homeworld 1 is the same for Homeworld 2. there's not really a major difference between the two games. There's a couple upgrades here and there, but they're very small, and they don't make they're not really that big of a deal. I mean, you're still doing the same stuff and whatnot. I mean, some of the names change and everything, but other than that, there really isn't much difference to talk about there. Hence why I chose to review them together instead of separate, because they just would have been two of the same video put out. And goddamn, I don't do that around here, okay? But anyways, that's really all I have to say for both of those, and that's it for the Homeworld games. I played 3 of them now, and I think they're fun, but they're not, like, extraordinary, in my opinion. Like, I played games similar to it with the same strategy, same premise, and that kind of stuff, so it's nothing that I haven't seen before, but it's still fun. Like, it's a good type of game. I definitely would play it again if I really had to. I wouldn't mind playing it again, I would say. I don't know if I will play them again, but if I was held at gunpoint, then I'd do it. No questions asked, you know? But anyways, that's going to do it, though, for this review. If you've ever played Homeworld 1 or Homeworld 2, I'd love to know your thoughts about them in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this double review as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.